In last class, we had a discussion on the effect of change of excitation to the synchronous motor. Sorry, that means as and when we change the level of excitation, or we can say that the magnitude of excitation. That means rotor field to the synchronous motor. What happened? Their working behavior and which parameter is changes, that we had discussion on last class. In this if we change excitation, there are the various stages of operation of synchronous motor, out of which one stage is under excitation when this eb is less than that of input voltage. That stage of excitation is known as our under excitation, and the power factor for at that time remains lagging in nature. That means the nature of power drawn from our supply is lagging in nature. And when normal excitation is said to be normal if our this eb is equal to V. That means input voltage equal to per phase back EMF. At that stages, again the current which drawn by motor from the supply is again inductive in nature, but some smaller value. And further, if we changing excitation in such a manner that a stage or a time will come when input voltage and that armature current are lies on each other, and that working stage is known as our operating stage of synchronous motor when it is operated at unity power factor. After that, if we further increase the excitation, there will be change in the current. Then that means current is changes from this unity to leading side. And at that stage, this back EMF is larger than that of input voltage, and under this condition, the excitation is known as overexcitation. If we summarize these all cases in a single slide, then we can say that under excitation, when this EB is very very less than that compared to input voltage, this the power factor is lagging with some smaller angle. Here power factor is lagging with some again lesser angle. Here the angle is somewhat higher as compared to this case. And a case when this power factor is cos of phi is 0, that means power factor is unity. Here it is leading. That means from maximum lagging to leading, it will be changes as we change the excitation. And the commonly known as this case is known as when power factor, that means the motor draw a current in leading power factor, that is known as overexcitation. When this will be slighter greater but input voltage and current are in phase, that is known as unity power factor. And when both are same, that is normal excitation. If it is lesser, then it is known as a under excitation. And we take these some points for over under and this excitation, then we are able to draw the a graphical representation, that is between armature current versus dc field current. That is nothing, it is field current, or we can say that rotor current. That means at normal load it is very nearer to the x-axis. As and when we increases the load, this point will be shifted toward upper side, and it will be a somewhat non-linear relation. And below this point, the operation of motor is such way that the power factor is lagging. At that dotted line, power factor is unity, and toward toward from this point, it is the power factor is leading. After that, if we draw this power factor versus field current again, we are able to find a another graph which is in inverted way shape. Similarly, the position of origin maximum will be shifted toward the as we increase the field current with respect to load. This is the no load condition, half load condition, and full load condition. Then this is power factor versus field current, and this is armature current versus field current. We can conclude these two graphs in a common graph and common point of intersection. Then we are able to find that as and when increase the load, the point of maximum will be shifted, but maximum value remain same. Here, as and when we increase the load, the point of maximum will be shifted toward the armature current, but it will try to move come in a linear graph as we increases the load, but there will be a some limitation of load कि आप कितने टाइम तक इसमें लोड डाल सकते हैं. ऐसे नहीं हम इंक्रीज करते जाए तो इट विल बी प्लेटेड अप. अगर हम इसको इंक्रीज करते जाएंगे, दिस वन टाइम कम व्हेन दिस ग्राफ विल बी प्लेटेड अप, बट देयर विल बी सम लिमिटेशन कि कहां तक आप इस लोड को इंक्रीज बढ़ा सकते हो. लोड इज नथिंग द लोड विच इज ऑन शाफ्ट, the load which is on shaft. Then another concept which we had on discussion on last class, that is oscillation. Oscillation is nothing, it is hunting is nothing, it is oscillation of our origin of shaft toward its axis. It is due to some reason, that is change in load, change in field current, and change in containing harmonic or fault in supply. And we had detailed discussion with respect to mathematical relation in last class. And after that it will be effect. What will be the effect? That is, it will lose synchronism, produce rotor shaft, and other these things. These are some effect of our hunting. Then how to reduce the hunting? Then by using damper winding and by using flywheel. These are the two techniques which may be implemented for reducing the effect of hunting effect, because hunting effect is a negative effect. It has uh, no positive taken away point, it is only negative taken away point. Then next point, as we see here, if we increase the load, what happen? अगर हम धीरे धीरे लोड बढ़ाता जाए तो देखिए यहाँ पे प्योर वी था, उससे ऊपर को सीधा फ्लैट होने की कोशिश कर रहा है, तो एक टाइम हमारे पास आ सकता है कि ये फ्लैट हो सकता है. बट किस लिमिटेशन तक हम लोड को बढ़ा सकते हैं और लोड इंक्रीज करने के क्या इफेक्ट है, दैट इज द डिस्कशन ऑफ टुडे लेक्चर. देन व्हाट हैपन टू द लोड? टेक ए मोटर इज operated at overexcited mode. What happen in overexcitation case? What will be the nature of power factor? Anyone? In case of overexcitation, mode of operation of synchronous motor, what will be the nature of current? Either it is lagging, leading, or unity power factor.
सर रिपीट करने के बाद,
जब हमारे पास सिंक्रोनस मोटर ओवर एक्साइटेड मोड में ऑपरेट करते हैं, दिस विल बी द केस. ओवर एक्साइटेशन, what will be the nature of input current, or we can say that per phase armature current? It is lagging, leading, or unity?
लीड करता है सर.
It is leading. We start discussion from this point. Take a case of overexcitation, that means motor is overexcited. Overexcited means the current is leading. IA is leading by input voltage. Am I right?
Yes sir.
Then if it is leading, then this field excitation is more than E. If it is more than E, then back EMF is more than V input. That other condition will be satisfied. If this type of nature we have, what happen? What happen to the performance of motor, or how the motor will be behaved? That will be the main discussion. When the synchronous motor run at constant speed, because it is feature of motor, it always operate at constant speed, whatever will be the load. बट वो कांस्टेंट स्पीड कैसे मेंटेन करेगा? जैसे लोड बढ़ती जाएगी, रिगार्डलेस ऑफ द लोड, ओनली टॉर्क एंगल, दैट इज दिस लैम्डा, इट चेंजेस विद रिस्पेक्ट टू लोड. हाउ दिस डेल्टा इट चेंजेस? बिकॉज वी नो दैट द पावर फॉर आवर सिंक्रोनस मोटर इज कैलकुलेटेड बाय P is equal to nothing, it is EF V XS sine of lambda. Am I right? Sine of delta. Am I right? That means as and when this mechanical load is changing, this power is changes, that means this delta is changes with respect to load, because speed always remains constant. Consider a synchronous motor operating with leading power factor, that means it is over excitation mode. A leading power factor operate condition excitation. EF voltage is higher than, it is seen by this diagram. EF voltage is, this excitation is higher than that of input voltage as compared to back EMF. Because in ideal condition, with this V is ideally equal to EB. So here EF is greater than back EMF per phase. If it is operated in overexcited mode, then with delta increases, the induced torque in machine will be increases, and this will be the formula for torque. Torque is nothing, PM is equal to omega into torque. P की इक्वेशन हमने यहाँ पे लिखी हुई थी, EF V X of S, इसमें सिर्फ किससे मल्टीप्लाई हो जाएगा? ओमेगा से मल्टीप्लाई हो जाएगा एंड वी आर एबल टू गेट दिस इक्वेशन. एम आई राइट? इज इट क्लियर?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Is it clear? Then with increasing in load, this delta is increasing, then increase in torque, increasing the rotor speed, and the motor again regain the synchronous speed. But that is the feature of synchronous motor, it always operate at a constant speed. But with the larger torque angle, but angle आपका क्या होता जाएगा? Increase होता जाएगा. Since the motor is moving at synchronous speed and the field current is also constant. हम मान के चल रहे हैं कि जो फील्ड की एक्साइटेशन है हमारे पास इसके रोटर पे, that is constant. If field excitation is constant, the magnitude of EF is also constant. If IF is constant, the magnitude is constant. Then this power can be written as, this will be the formula for power, VEF sin of F X of S is equal to this input power. This is nothing, that is the power which is given to the stator of our synchronous motor. That is nothing, it is the power which is stator of our स्टेटर में जो आप पावर दे रहे हैं, आई ए, आई बी, आई सी, एंड इट कैन बी रिटन एज वी आई कॉस ऑफ आई, अगर हम पर फेज की बात करें, अगर हम पर फेज की बात करें. एम आई राइट? एम आई राइट?
Yes, sir.
लिख सकते हैं ना, ये हमारे पास मैकेनिकल पावर डेवलप हो रही है, दिस विल बी द इनपुट पावर. देयरफॉर अगर हम इनको कोरिलेट करें, दिस ई एफ साइन ऑफ एक्स इज इक्वल टू, यहां से हम निकाले तो ये क्या हो जाएगा? एक्स एस बाई पी, और इसको अगर हम एक कांस्टेंट ले, किसको? एक्स एस बाई पी. एक्स एस इज नथिंग, सिंक्रोनस रेक्टेंस डिवाइडेड बाय इनपुट वोल्टेज पर फेज, इट इज कांस्टेंट. If it remain constant, that means this power is constant for all operating condition. That means input power is constant. हम किसी मोटर को चला रहे हैं, उसमें कोई 3 फेज पावर दी है, वो किस ऑपरेटिंग मोड पे काम कर रही है हमें कोई पता नहीं है, बट इतना हमें पता है कि जो पावर सोर्स है हमारे पास है, वो कांस्टेंट पावर सोर्स है, इट ऑलवेज गिव द कांस्टेंट पावर. If it remain constant, तो how the motor will maintain this constant speed irrespective of the load condition? That is the main point of discussion. That is the main point of discussion. Then what happen? If this power remains constant, we take first case. As I earlier told, motor is operating at our leading power factor. That means this will be the input voltage, and this I1 will be the first case. If I1 will be the first case, then this will be the EF, excitation voltage at that point, and इसको जब हम इसके साथ जोड़ेंगे IA access, this will be the input voltage. Further I increase load. What happen? As I increase load, this armature current will be reduced. If armature current will be reduced, I come from this point to 2, then this excitation will be this way. Similar to this way to this way, this way to this way. But and when we increase, when we changing this nature of excitation or mode of operating of synchronous motor, that means this in one condition, this will be our leading power factor. But if we see this condition, this will be our unity power factor. If we see this condition, this will be lagging power factor. जैसे जैसे हम इसका नेचर ऑपरेटिंग चेंज करते जाएंगे, एक्साइटेशन भी उसी हिसाब से चेंज हो रही है. बट अगर हम देखेंगे, द नेचर ऑफ एक्साइटेशन विल बी ए सर्कल, और वी कैन से लोकस ऑफ EF, locus of excitation voltage which is given to the rotor of our synchronous motor, and this magnitude varies in this fashion: kp1, kp2, kp3 and kp4. That means with increase in the load, जैसे जैसे लोड इंक्रीज होगा, the quantity of which quantity, that is IAXX will be increases. अगर आप यहाँ देखिए, यहाँ से यहाँ तक इसका मैग्नीट्यूड थोड़ा कम है, सेकंड स्टेज में ज्यादा हो जाएगा, थर्ड स्टेज में ज्यादा हो जाएगा, फोर्थ स्टेज में ये और ज्यादा है. Am I right or wrong? That means this EF4 is greater than EF3 is greater than EF2 is greater than EF1. Am I right or wrong? अगर आप यहां पे भी देखें मैग्नीट्यूडिकली, एंड सिमिलरली IAXS4 पे जो हमारे पास है, दिस कंडीशन इज ग्रेटर देन दैट कम ऑफ IAXS1. Am I right or wrong? From this locus diagram, hello,
Yes.
is it clear? So that means as when increase the load, the quantity of this J is operator, IAXS goes increases, and the relation between this input voltage and this is satisfied. Why it is satisfied? It is satisfied from this. But the nature of input current is also changes. यहाँ पे क्या था? लीडिंग था, और यहाँ पे क्या पहुंच गया हमारे पास? लैगिंग में. The armature current is also increases. See this, armature current is also increases, which power factor angle also changes with changes load. Power factor भी change हो रहा है. कहां से कहां change हो रहा है? It become less and less leading. देखिए, वन कंडीशन पे बहुत ज्यादा लीडिंग है, फिर एंगल थोड़ा कम हो गया, कम लीडिंग, फिर यूनिटी पे आया, देन गो टू लैगिंग, देन इट बिकम लेस एंड लेस लीडिंग, एंड देन बिकम मोर एंड मोर लैगिंग, and more and more lagging. Is it clear from this diagram?
Excuse me, sir.
Yes, yes.
EF4 होगा सर सबसे ग्रेटर.
See here, this will be the sorry, ये उसका
होगा ना.
This will be reverse. XS will
Yes.
be clear. Actually यहाँ पे लिखना XSC था, अगर आप ध्यान से भी देखें यहाँ पे, तो this will be more. It will be reduced. It is circle ना. Maximum point value is here. Are you getting my point? अगर हम इसको पहले 1 से करते तो इसके बाद ये लोकस इस तरीके से बनता था, बट हमने कहाँ लिया? दिस विल बी द फर्स्ट एक्साइटेशन, देन वी गो ऑन लोकस ऑन दिस साइड, तो दिस विल बी डिक्रीजिंग, इट विल बी जस्ट रिवर्स. बट फॉर इन केस ऑफ, बट आवर कंसंट्रेशन इज ऑन दिस IA excess. तो IA excess is maximum in this 4 point, less here and less here, and reverse for the excitation. Excitation is maximum here, then it is decreasing, it is decreasing, and power factor for one is maximum leading, then minimum leading, then unity, then lagging. That is the main point. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Is it clear? You can start explanation from lagging. आप यहाँ पे lagging से भी शुरू कर सकते हैं. Then we start from this point IF4. हम यहाँ से फिर शुरू करेंगे ऊपर को. Then this will be changes up to IA1. आप दोनों वे में चल सकते हैं, either from this side to this side, leading to lagging or lagging to leading, by taking unity. One consideration on unity. But if we conclude that we take these point, thus if the load on synchronous motor is increased, flowing point are considered, which are given below. That is, the motor continues run at synchronous speed. मोटर ने हमेशा क्या करना है? फिर भी continuous synchronous speed पे ही मूव करना है. Only change क्या होगा? Only changing is in this delta. That is, load angle is changing. The torque angle is increased, or torque, or you can say that load angle is increased. The excitation voltage remains constant. It say the ideal case, but practically it will be changes. Initially we take the excitation voltage will be remain, but it will be changes. क्योंकि एक हमारे पास सोर्स क्या है? सिर्फ एक एक्साइटेशन वोल्टेज ही है, जिसको ये चेंज करके अपनी पावर की रिक्वायरमेंट फुलफिल करेगा. दिस विल बी चेंजेस, but ideally we take it will be remain constant. The armature current drawn from supply is increases. It will be increases. That means from leading to lagging. The phase angle in the lagging direction, because phase angle if we see between this voltage and current, यहाँ से यहाँ देखिए आप, this will be phi 1, this will be phi 2, this will be phi 3, 0 हो जाएगा, this will be phi 4. So it will be changes from, it will maximum, then decrease, then go in negative direction. This will be changes. That means it will be also the excitation voltage decreasing. Please make it correction. This excitation voltage remain is decreasing. Then टॉर्क एंगल भी हमारे पास, हमने क्या बोला है कि जैसे जैसे लोड इंक्रीज होगा टॉर्क एंगल क्या होता जाएगा? इंक्रीज होता जाएगा. बट दिस टॉर्क एंगल इज चेंजेस अप टू ए लिमिट. दिस विल बी द मैक्सिमम लिमिट. अगर इससे ज्यादा आप उस पर लोड डालेंगे, देन दिस मोटर विल बी पुल आउट. पुल आउट का मतलब क्या है? इट लॉस द सिंक्रोनिज्म. आपने सप्लाई से मोटर को जोड़ा होगा, बट उस पर आप इतना लोड शाफ्ट पे डाल देंगे कि थोड़ी देर बाद वो सप्लाई से ऑटोमेटिकली डिस्कनेक्ट हो जाएगी, एंड दैट कंडीशन इज नोन एज अ डिसिंक्रोनाइजेशन ऑफ मोटर. दैट मीन जो ऑपरेशन कर रही थी उससे वो पुल आउट हो चुकी है. और किसके कारण होती है? बिकॉज एट दैट टाइम दिस टॉर्क विल गो टू दिस पॉइंट एंड लैम्डा इज वेरी हाई, सो दैट पुल आउट टॉर्क विल बी प्रोड्यूस्ड and motor lost the synchronism. There is a limit to the mechanical load that can be applied to the synchronous motor. That is the main point of discussion. एक लिमिट है, एक लिमिट तक ही कर सकते हैं आप. तो लिमिट कहां तक है? इस ऑपरेटिंग कंडीशन में. यहां से लेकर यहां तक आप कुछ भी लोड उसमें फिल कर सकते हो. दिस विल बी द वेरिएशन ऑफ लोड एंगल वर्सेस द टॉर्क प्रोडक्शन. तो इस पॉइंट तक आप कहीं भी ले जा सकते हो मैक्सिमम तक. पर जैसे ही आप इससे ऊपर जाएंगे, डॉटेड पॉइंट, इट इज सैचुरेटेड रीजन. दैट मीन्स मोटर विल बी desynchronized from the splice system. As the load increasing, the torque angle also increasing until a condition arises when the rotor is pulled out of the synchronism and motor is stopped, and that will be this position. That will be this position, and the value of torque corresponding to this point is known as pull out torque. That torque we have already discussed here in initial slide. We have discussed many type of running torque, static torque, and this will be that pull out torque, and this will be when torque is 90 degree. And see here, this torque will be 90 degree. Then that condition occur है pull out torque. इससे अगर आप आगे बढ़ाएंगे तो मोटर क्या हो जाएगी, रुक जाएगी. The pull out torque is defined as the maximum value of torque which the synchronous motor can develop at rated voltage and rated frequency without losing synchronism. Without losing synchronism. That means above, if the value of torque is above the pull out torque, the motor will be lost their synchronism. Its value is varies from 1.5 to 3 point time of that of full load torque. That means this pull out torque is always more than full load torque. Always more than full load torque. Is it clear or any doubt up to this point? एक यहाँ पे चेंजिंग करना है. EF voltage decreasing, excitation voltage decreasing, constant की जगह decreasing आएगा. Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Is it clear? Okay. Then next point of discussion is application of synchronous motor. Very important for examination point of view, and last topic of this unit. Then what are the popular application of synchronous motor? One popular application which is used in our power system, that is power factor correction. That means this motor is used power factor correction. That means if the overexcited operating mode of synchronous motor is used for power factor operation. That means as and when if we operate a conventional synchronous motor with leading current, leading input current, or we can say that at overexcited mode, that motor is known as synchronous condenser, or commonly known as our synchronous condenser, or commonly condenser, or synchronous capacitor, and used to improve the power factor in industrial load having lower factor, having lagging power factor. जो हमारे इंडस्ट्री में बड़ी बड़ी जहाँ पे इंडक्शन मोटर लगी हुई है, उसके कारण लोड क्या हो जाता है, नेचर ऑफ लोड विल बी practical nature of load is always lagging, but due to induction motor और induction furnace जो पावर फैक्टर है वो बहुत ज़्यादा कम हो जाता है उनका, अप टू 0.6 और 0.65. तो उसको इम्प्रूव करने और एक स्टैंडर्ड वैल्यू 0.88 लैगिंग पे ले आने के लिए हम क्या यूज करते हैं, वी यूज ए सिंक्रोनस मोटर. एंड अनदर पॉपुलर एप्लीकेशन इज एज ए वोल्टेज रेगुलेटर. दैट मीन्स ओवरहेड ट्रांसमिशन लाइन में हमारे पास क्या होती है, जैसे जैसे लाइन बढ़ती जाती है उसमें वोल्टेज ड्रॉप ज्यादा होती जाती है, जिसके कारण क्या हो जाता है, जो लास्ट एंड कंज्यूमर होता है वहां पे वोल्टेज क्या हो जाती है, बहुत कम हो जाती है. तो उस वोल्टेज प्रोफाइल को इंप्रूव करने के लिए भी इस सिंक्रोनस मोटर को एज ए वोल्टेज रेगुलेटर हम यूज कर सकते हैं. तो ये हमारे पास जो दोनों एप्लीकेशन है, पावर फैक्टर करेक्शन एंड एज ए वोल्टेज रेगुलेटर, दीज आर द वेरी पॉपुलर एप्लीकेशन इन पावर सिस्टम. And two popular application is drive system, that is our electrical drive system. One is constant speed application. Synchronous motor providing constant speed at higher frequency, so they can be used for constant speed applications such as centrifugal pump, blower, line shaft, motor generator set, synchronous clock, air compressor, textile mill, paper mills, cement mill, etc. And another is frequency changer. That means where we need a operation as per frequency change, then synchronous motor can be used, because NS is equal to 120 F by P. And the feature of synchronous motor is that they always operate at constant speed. That means frequency is always the function of our speed. So that means by using this feature of this motor, these can be used as a frequency changer. So application number 3 and 4 are widely used in derived system, which will be discussed in next semester or 6th semester, जहाँ पे आपके पास इलेक्ट्रिकल ड्राइव एक कंप्लीट कोर्स आएगा. तो वहाँ पे इन कांस्टेंट एप्लीकेशन, कांस्टेंट स्पीड एप्लीकेशन और फ्रीक्वेंसी चेंज वहाँ पे यूज होगी. बट इस सेमेस्टर में जो हम पढ़ रहे हैं पावर सिस्टम, वहाँ पे हम पावर फैक्टर करेक्शन और वोल्टेज रेगुलेटर में इसको यूज करेंगे आपकी वोल्टेज रेगुलेशन को इंप्रूव करने के लिए. देन The one popular application is synchronous condenser. What will be the synchronous condenser? Synchronous condenser is nothing. Synchronous condenser is conventional synchronous motor when it is operated without load. That means यहाँ पे कोई भी मैकेनिकल लोड मोटर पे हमारे पास नहीं रहेगा. When it is operated at without mechanical load and the operation is at overexcited mode. That means the power factor is leading. That means the power factor is leading and thus behaves as a capacitor. तो उस टाइम पे एक कैपेसिटर की तरह काम करेगा. अगर आप देखिए, if this will be the supply voltage, V1 will be the supply voltage and this will be the motor current because it is operated at our wait a while. Synchronous motor when it is operated at leading power factor. लीडिंग का मीनिंग क्या है? आपके पास अगर वोल्टेज इस प्रोफाइल में है तो करंट कहां जाएगा? आपका इस प्रोफाइल में जाएगा. अगर प्योरली 90 हो तो इस प्रोफाइल में या 0 और 90 के बीच में कहीं. तो मोटर अगर ओवर एक्साइटेड मोड में है तो हमारे पास इस तरीके का इसमें क्या होगा? दिस विल बी द करंट एंड दिस विल बी द वोल्टेज. एम आई राइट? बट द एक्चुअल लोड विच इज कनेक्टेड ऑन अवर पावर सिस्टम is inductive in nature, or practical load we can say that RL, that is inductive in nature and you can say that is 0.88 lagging power factor. तो लोड का पावर फैक्टर हमने यहाँ ले लिया है, उसी वोल्टेज में लोड का पावर फैक्टर यहाँ ले लिया हुआ है. अगर लोड का पावर फैक्टर ये है तो उसका हमने जो एंगल लिया है दैट इज फाई ऑफ एल, और मोटर का जो एंगल है दैट इज फाई ऑफ एम. बट व्हेन टू करंट इज, दिस विल बी I motor, this will be IL, then this I, if we implement the KCL, this I is equal to IL plus IM, but it is phasor sum, not algebraical sum. If phasor sum, this will be IL, this will be IM. तो इसके correspondingly आप ये वाली वैल्यू ले जाइए, इसके correspondingly ये वाली ले जाइए. Then the end resultant current in system will be this I, and the power factor will be phi. Then if we see that this phi L is greater than phi, but cos of phi is greater than cos of phi L, because cos of 0 is unity. Sorry, wait. This phi L, see this phi L is greater than phi. Is it clear from this phasor diagram? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
But cos of 0 is unity. If cos of 0 is equal to 1, then this cos of phi is greater than cos of phi L. Am I right?
So,
That means जो ये एंगल हमारे पास आएगा वो क्या हो जाएगा? That is larger than that of this angle. That means power factor is improved from this phi L to phi. This power factor is improved from this phi L to phi by using this synchronous motor, and whose common name is synchronous condenser. Is it clear? Is phasor diagram is clear?
yes, sir.
Okay. Then this will be the discussion. It has been seen that synchronous motor has operated in both lagging and leading power factor by varying the field of excitation in the circuit. That means by varying the EF, we can operate motor either in leading or either in lagging power factor. An overexcited motor can be run with leading power factor. When synchronous motor operates at leading power factor, it behaves like a capacitor or condenser. That's why the synchronous motor operated at leading power factor is referred to be a synchronous capacitor or synchronous condenser. Thus, overexcited motor, leading power factor are widely used for improving power factor of those power system which imply in large number of induction motor and other drive having lagging power factor, because this power factor is reduced due to the presence of inductive load. अगर हम अपने घरों की बात करें जहां पे हमारे पास सिर्फ प्योर कुछ लाइट लोड है या बाकी लोड है तो वहां पे पावर फैक्टर इतना ज्यादा डिप नहीं करेगा. बट अगर हम इंडस्ट्री की बात करें, माइन की बात करें, जहां पे बहुत ज्यादा इंडक्शन मोटर यूज कर रही है, वहां पे पावर फैक्टर है जो काफी ऑप्टिमम वैल्यू या रेफरेंस वैल्यू से काफी नीचे चला जाता है. देयर वी नीड ए पावर फैक्टर इंप्रूवमेंट प्लांट, एंड द कॉमनली यूज्ड पावर फैक्टर इंप्रूवमेंट प्लांट इज ए synchronous motor. a synchronous motor or either it is a static capacitor. There are another techniques to improve the power factor. Another one is a static capacitor and one popular is this synchronous condenser. Then what are the advantages? That means main advantage is that only changing the value of EF, that is excitation, we are able to get either motor is operated at leading power factor, lagging power factor or unity power factor. That means by varying the field excitation, the magnitude of current drawn by the motor can be changed by any amount. This help in achieving stepless control of power factor. That means आपको ऐसा नहीं चाहिए कि दो के बाद एक ही स्टेप आया. That means we have a wide range of operation of improving the power factor. That can be regulated by only and only changing the excitation, and that excitation change the current. That means this IM will be changing only with एक्साइटेशन. जितना इसमें आप चेंज करेंगे, चाहे लोड करंट कांस्टेंट रखिए, इन दोनों के रिजल्ट से आप इस करंट को कहीं भी वेरी कर सकते हैं. दैट मीन दैट विल बी द वेरिंग पॉइंट. एंड दिस IM इज नथिंग, इट इज फंक्शन ऑफ आवर एक्साइटेशन वोल्टेज व्हिच वी गिव इन द rotor of synchronous motor. Then the motor winding have high thermal stability to the short circuit. The fault can be removed easily. These are the advantages. But what are the disadvantages? There are considerable losses in the motor because any rotating machine has more losses as compared to static machine. That means for same rating of induction motor have more losses as compared to same rating of a transformer. The main reason is that this transformer is static device, but this induction motor is a rotating device. And any rotating machine have high maintenance cost as compared to static machine. And rotating machine produce the noise. And due to this rotating function, these three losses will be occurs, except in size of our 5 kVA, not R, it is kVA. The cost of is greater than that of the static capacitor of same rating. अगर हम 500 kVA से ऊपर कहीं चॉइस हमारे पास है कि हमने पावर फैक्टर इंप्रूव करना है, एक चॉइस हमारे पास सिंक्रोनस मोटर है और दूसरी चॉइस हमारे पास स्टैटिक कैपेसिटर है, तो वी प्रेफर स्टैटिक प्रेफर बिकॉज above 5 kVA the synchronous motor have the more cost. That will be calculated by the reliability analysis of power factor improvement system. Reliability will be depend upon many factors, that is life of system, operating of system, then their thermal stability of system and maintenance cost of a system. As the synchronous motor has no self-starting torque, then force or auxiliary equipment has to be provided for this purpose. That means जब आप हमारा मेन मोटिव क्या है यहाँ पे पावर फैक्टर को इंप्रूव करना, बट इस सिंक्रोनस मोटर को स्टार्ट करने के लिए हमें एक ऑक्सिलरी सिस्टम यहाँ पे स्टार्टिंग के लिए और एडिशनल लगाना पड़ेगा. Otherwise, our objective is only and only to improve the power factor. That means this system is a large maintenance required and more number of auxiliary are required for power factor improvement instead of a static capacitor arrangement. And the another application or popular application is a voltage regulator. Voltage regulator is nothing to improve the voltage or regulate the voltage. And this application is this type of voltage regulator as a synchronous motor is used in long transmission line, because in long transmission line, due to voltage drop in transmission line, the voltage across last consumer is very less as compared to the first consumer. So to increase the voltage level of that last consumer up to a minimum value or a optimum value, we need some power voltage improvement techniques. So one of voltage improvement techniques is by using this synchronous motor. The voltage at the end of a long transmission line vary greatly, especially when large inductive load are present. When inductive load is disconnected, suddenly voltage tends to rise considerably above its normal value because of line capacitance. By inserting synchronous motor with a field regulator, this voltage rise can be controlled. When line voltage decreases due to the inductive load, motor excitation will be increased, thereby raising the power factor and compensate the line drop. That means जो हमारे पास सिंक्रोनस मोटर का एक नेचर है कि इट कैन बी ऑपरेट एट लीडिंग पावर फैक्टर और लैगिंग पावर फैक्टर. अगर वोल्टेज बढ़ रही हो उसको कम करना है तो हम इसको किस में यूज करेंगे, वी यूज एट लैगिंग पावर फैक्टर. वोल्टेज कम हो रही हो इंक्रीज करना है तो we can operate at in leading power factor. That means by operating different excitation, by operating different power factor, by changing excitation, that motor can be used as a voltage regulator in a transmission line. Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Then these are two applications. Then if we compare this synchronous motor with induction motor, so there are some parameter. I take one first parameter is speed, power factor, excitation, economic, self-starting, construction, starting torque. Then if we go to speed, in synchronous motor, speed always remain constant, but here speed is decreasing with load. यहाँ पे whatever will be the condition of load, only load angle it changes but speed remain constant. But in induction motor, which we have studied in the first unit, their speed will be decreases as load will be increases. Then power factor can be made to operate. ये किस किस पावर फैक्टर में ये ऑपरेट होती है? लीडिंग में भी, यूनिटी में भी और लैगिंग में भी. बट दिस मोटर ऑलवेज ऑपरेट एट लैगिंग पावर फैक्टर. Then excitation, that means in induction motor no need of excitation because power is transferred from stator winding to rotor winding by means of mutual induction, and the rotor bar is short circuited by end ring. But here it is doubly excited machine. The stator winding are excited by 3-phase AC supply and rotor winding are excited by DC excitation. So it need excitation. That means synchronous motor need excitation, but there is no need of excitation. Then economic for speed below 300 rpm. जब आपके पास स्पीड बहुत ही कम हो वहां पे इंडक्शन मोटर इकोनॉमिकल है, एंड इकोनॉमिक स्पीड अबव 600. दैट मीन लार्ज रेटिंग के लिए हम इंडक्शन को ही फिर भी प्रेफर करेंगे, लो के लिए हम सिंक्रोनस मोटर को अप्रूव करेंगे. देन इफ वी गो टू इंडक्शन मोटर, फॉर प्रोटेक्शन पर्पज वी यूज स्टार्टर, बट अदरवाइज this will be a self-starting motor. But here no self-starting torque, because there is no self-starting torque. Here it depend upon our R, E and other these things, R2, E2. Here auxiliary means to have provided for starting. कुछ ना कुछ auxiliary हमें provide करनी पड़ेगी, या damper winding or either induction start or by using pony motor. These are the 3-4 popular mechanism to start the synchronous motor. And construction is complicated. Why it is complicated? Because we have to give a supply for both stator as well as rotor. Here construction is simple because we have to give supply only for stator, and rotor only the target in rotor is to shorten the end ring so that a complete circuit is available. And starting torque is more, but here starting torque is less. Here starting torque is less because at initial stage the value of slip is 1. If value of slip is 1, so only the parameter which is available with circuit that are responsible for development of torque. These are the some concluding point, or we can say that some comparison point between synchronous and 3-phase induction motor. It is 3-phase synchronous motor. Similarly, it is 3-phase induction motor, not single-phase synchronous motor or not single-phase induction motor. It is comparison only in case of our 3-phase, both type of 3-phase motor. Is it clear? Is it clear?
Yes, sir.
Or any doubt up to this point?